That all leads us to another set of questions. Just what is the Yantar, and why does the UK consider it such a threat? The vessel certainly isn't dangerous in an attacking capacity. It's a Russian research vessel that's been in operation since 2015 and doesn't appear to be equipped with any weapons. That means it's not a warship, which is likely a deliberate choice by Russia. Sending a frigate or corvette into British waters would cause an escalation that could lead to weapons being fired. If the Yantar has no weapons, Britain would have looked like the bad guy if it fired on the ship using submarines or other vessels. What the Yantar does likely have is a stock of mini-submersibles. The New York Times reported on these submersibles back in 2015, claiming that the Yantar has at least 2 of them on board that it can deploy at any time. Popular Mechanics repeated the claim a couple of years later, adding that the mini-subs and the Yantar itself are likely being operated by Russia's main Directorate of Underwater Research, which is essentially the country's underwater spying division. The Yantar is essentially a mothership for these tiny submarines, Popular Mechanics claims, and it has built-in hangars installed for stowing these submarines out of sight until it needs to use them. Of course, the presence of these submarines alone wouldn't be enough to prove that the Yantar is a spy ship. Many similar underwater research vessels utilize similar submarines to explore the deep ocean. However, when you combine this submersible capability with the many times the Yantar has been caught in waters that it has no right exploring, you start to see a pattern of Russia sending the ship into sensitive areas. The pattern goes back almost a decade. The Yantar has been found loitering near undersea telecommunications cables ever since it was introduced into the Russian Navy in 2015. That very same year saw it sail around the coast of Guantanamo Bay, which is perhaps best known as the place where the US maintains a prison camp for inmates it considers to be threats to national security. In October 2015, the Yantar was exploring again, this time in Norwegian territorial waters. And the list keeps going. Russia's supposed research ship managed to somehow find its way to Greenland in the summer of 2016 and was active in the eastern Mediterranean a year later, where it loitered around an undersea cable that links Israel to Cyprus. Fast forward to 2020 and the ship was found lurking around more undersea cables, this time off the coast of Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. The Brazilian Navy caught up to the crew and questioned the presence of the ship in Brazilian waters. All of the Russian sailors avoided definitively answering any questions and turned off their identification system when the Brazilians landed, which is suspect behavior at the best of times and downright suspicious given the Yantar's location.